original names every time for the Curtis. Morning. Are you actually doing it? Stretch. Yeah, I find it difficult to come up with like a different name. What's that? Oh, it's my smoothie. I'm still kind of having my breakfast and my water. I've just been on a run, and I've not had breakfast, and I've not had any water. Well, I've had a glass of water today. So just catching up, rehydrating. It's the only one I can keep up with. Oh, come on, you can give it a go. Right, guys, if you haven't already, grab yourselves a resistance band or a tea towel or something, or a towel that you can use just to help you stretch. And then we'll get going. I'll just leave you just for a couple of seconds in case you've not got that. So just, yeah, towel's fine. Resistance band, if you've got one, it's fine. But like, you know, the towel or the tea towel works just as well. So, yeah. Cool. Right, let's get going then. That's all right, I think. And this one is all right. Cool. Who is ready for a nice stretch? I am. I did a weight session yesterday, and I thought my arms were going to be really stiff, but my arms are actually fine. My hamstrings are really stiff. So yeah. So anyway, we'll have a nice stretch this morning, and we'll feel loads better after it. So yeah, let's just start just with a nice circle of your arms to start. Open up the chest. I'm just looking at YouTube and I'm a bit low. There we go. Yeah, just open up the chest and the shoulders. Oh, Jack's got to do a stretch today. He came down this morning and said that his back, he was like, oh, I need you to massage my back, it's so stiff. Obviously, I did not have time to massage his back because, you know, life gets in the way. So I was like, you have to just do a stretch. You nearly got him this morning. Bring your arms in front of your body and behind and in front. And then just when you bring it behind, just grab hold of your arms and your hands. Yeah, you nearly got him because he was like, oh, I really need to stretch. Maybe I should do the stretch today. I'm not sure. I don't know how he would get on with doing the stretch. He'd be all right, I guess. Right, we'll just go over to one side. Stretch over to one side. Oh, my hair's all sweaty. That's it. Oh, and the other side. Nice stretch over. Relax your body. Oh, I feel so good for already getting my exercise done today. Just some nice circles with your shoulders. Usually I'm not organised enough. I get up too late because Sunday is like the only day that Jack is not working early. So it's usually my day of having, let's just go for some little half circles with your head. The day that I get to have a lie-in. This morning I was determined that I was going to get up and go for a run before this. That's it. And I do feel better for it. I always feel so groggy doing this stretch on a Sunday if I've not got up and done some exercise before. Oh, that's better. Cool. Right, we'll just do some little roll down. So we'll start with your head and you just roll down, down, down with your upper back and just going down. Okay, if you can, with straight legs, you're just going to grab hold of your feet or your shins, or if you can't, then just bend your knees and then just, oh my God, my hamstrings are so stiff today. Straighten your legs. Sit, just hold here for a few seconds. Sit. Good work. And just from here, we'll just roll back up again. Just start with your lower back and then getting higher and higher and higher until you get up to the top. And just bring those shoulders back. And we'll just do that one more time. So just start again with the shoulders and then the back. Just go slowly, roll down. Try and keep the legs straight. Doesn't matter if you can't touch the toes. Just grab, your heel, your shins or something like that. And just hold it there. Nice deep breaths at the bottom. Sit and come up nice and slowly. And finish with the shoulders again. Cool. Okay, anything that anyone needs to work on particularly today? As I said, my hamstring and actually my back, as always, is a bit stiff. Lugging kids around always gets my back stiff, and breastfeeding and things like that. So that's what we're going to mainly be. I mean, we'll obviously focus on everything, but we'll do lots of back and hamstring stretches. If you guys have anything else, quickly comment and I'll add a few more of those in. So cool. Let's start. What should we start with? Let's start with some glute stretches then. I love a good glute stretch. So we'll take. Oh, I've got a comment. One sec. Hips. Yeah, people always say hips. So yeah, we'll do some extra hips. Yeah, it's a very one that lots of people don't work so much on. Okay, so let's do your glutes first. We'll take one leg over the other, bring your knee into your chest, and just nice deep breaths here. Nice deep breaths. If you can't feel your glute stretching here, then just walk your foot a bit further back and then bring your knee in again. That's it. Again, nice deep breaths in through the nose if you can, out through the mouth. Doesn't really matter how you breathe as long as you just do nice deep breaths. Okay. Cool. We'll go to the other side now. Bring that knee into the chest. Again, if you can't feel it, just walk your foot backwards a little bit. Okay. And look over to the side that you're stretching. Nice deep breaths again. Ooh, it's going to be a hot one this week. I know I keep talking about weather every single session, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be like 25 degrees on one of the days. Paddling pool weather, I think. That's it, good work. Cool, from here, we'll just lay on our backs and just bring one leg straight, one leg over, and you can, it doesn't need to be straight, just pull it in towards you, pull that leg in, and you should feel a stretch on your, this front leg. Glute, the glute side with your front leg is what I was trying to say. Okay, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Lay down, nice deep breaths. If you can't feel it again, just bring your knee, you need to bring this leg further back. Okay, I can feel this one quite nicely now. Okay. That's it. Good work. Oh, that feels good to do a good glute stretch. I said to Jack yesterday, I was doing a weight session, and I said to him, "Oh, I really don't want to. Right, let's do the other side. Then switch sides." I said, "I really don't want to do any weights with my legs because I just feel like my legs take such a battering with the hip training, and I just don't. I just feel so much pressure to do it, to do it well because I'm, obviously being filmed." So I'm always like, oh, I don't want to work my legs too much because I don't want to be really bad and really stiff doing the workouts. But it made me do some leg weights, and actually it is good for me. It's good to mix up the training and not just do arms. I just want to do arms all the time. Okay, cool. I'll stop there. Right, we'll go into our little pigeon stretch then. Let's take one foot forwards, stretch the other one back, and just sit over the front leg. Try and keep the hips nice and low to the ground. And if you can't feel this one, just push that foot forwards. And yeah, don't feel too stiff today, so that's good. I definitely could have probably done heavier. But yeah, it's good for me. My hamstrings are the only things that feel really stiff today. So yeah, that's good. And I was doing loads of shoulder, loads of shoulder exercises yesterday, and I was like, you know, after I thought, oh god, my shoulders are going to be so stiff tomorrow. I feel all right. So again, probably could have gone heavier there again. I did 3 rounds, different like circuits, and yeah, I found it really hard at the time. Now I don't feel that stiff, so I guess it's a good thing, isn't it? You don't really want to be too stiff. Okay, make sure you're sitting low, and what we're going to just do is just walk this foot forwards, okay? Even just 0.5 centimetre forwards. Okay, you'll just increase that stretch a little bit, increase the mobility a little bit. So how have you guys been finding the workouts? Week 8. I say this every single week. How the blimmin' hell did we get this far? We're about to go into week 9. Literally, when me and Jack started these, we were like, we just said one day, okay, let's do some live workouts. Okay, we're going to switch to the other side. We're like, let's do some live workouts. We've got 3 weeks of lockdown. Let's do a live workout every single day. That's fun. Just to keep people motivated and keep ourselves motivated and stuff. And so it was literally just like a thought in passing. So we're like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Before we knew it, we put it on like social media. Oh yeah, during lockdown, every day, we're going to be doing a live workout. And now it's like, that's going to our 9th week of it. How did we get to this far? So yeah, well done if you've been keeping up with them. We actually went to, we bumped into a client yesterday who said that she had been doing the workouts, but she'd also bumped into quite a few clients who had also like were at the park doing some of our workouts. So that's amazing because we get a few people doing the workouts live. Right, we're going to push this front foot forwards again, like we did on the other side, and sit down into it. Yeah, we get a few people doing it live, but the majority of people don't do it live. And we don't ever hear that they're doing them. So it's like people that we don't hear from are actually still good, meeting up, socially distancing, meeting up and doing our workouts together in the park and stuff, which is really cool. It's nice to hear. Cool. There we go. That's a nice, good stretch. Oh, right, let's come out of this stretch then. Let's do our hips next. Little hip stretch. We'll push those hips forwards. So what we really want to do is push the hips forwards and open up and bring the chest back and open the chest out at the same time. So if we're doing a hip stretch with your body forward and your weight forward, you're not really going to get that stretch. So just push the weight in your chest back a bit. And then you should feel a really nice stretch over your hip flexor on one side. And all of these stretches, if you're doing them after a workout, you want to be holding them for like 30 seconds each side. And then you'll really feel that benefit from after your training if you can stretch properly, which actually, do we ever get time to stretch? We always prioritise our workouts and not our stretching. So yeah, it's definitely good to have this class to do it. Okay, cool. Other side then. Again, push those hips forwards, just lean the chest back a little bit. Keep that chest open. Sorry. Sounded like my front door was closing. I wonder if when I went for my run, when I came back, I didn't shut the door properly. I don't think anyone's there. Oh. There we go, good work, well done. Really feel this hip flexor stretch. Good work. And what we'll do is we'll just stand up and we'll do the stretch one more time, standing up, because some people feel more benefit from standing, some from sitting. So if we do both, then we can get 2 lots of stretches for the hip flexors. So exactly the same thing, this time just standing up. We're going to lean the chest back and push the hips forwards. Take nice deep breaths when you're doing it. Good work. Yeah, lots of people get very tight hips. And it's definitely something that a lot of us neglect, stretching their hips. Me included. So well done, Abby, for saying you want to stretch out your hips. Okay, we'll do the other side, especially after a run. It's definitely good to stretch out your hips after a run. So push those hips forwards. Doing well, guys. So some of these can feel quite uncomfortable, especially if you're quite tight in the area. So we'll just do a nice loosen out. And if you have time, like once in the week, we've got all of these stretches on our YouTube channel. So we have now, this is our 8th, I think this is our 8th stretch session. So you can catch up during the week on any of them. They're all pretty much, they're full body stretches, all of them. So, they're good ones to do, but it's just, different chat, isn't it? Different variety. Okay, right, let's bring these feet together. It's basically me just talking about the weather the whole time. But the weather's changed in 8 weeks, so it's different. Okay, we're going to bring the feet together. Try and bring them quite close to your body, and if you can't move them back, what you can do is just move yourself forwards towards your feet. Okay, so what you'll feel is like a really nice stretch in your inner thighs, your adductors, and just try and push your knees down towards the ground. Just stretch, bring your weight forwards a little bit. Okay, you can put hands on the floor if you can. Get those elbows to the ground. I can't, so I'm not going to pretend to do it. And just make sure you keep driving those knees down to the ground. Again, nice deep breaths when you're here. There we go. Bring that chest forward. Every, say, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, just think about then getting that chest just a tiny bit lower. And then a tiny bit lower again. I was wondering what, on the YouTube screen, there's like 2 dots about just a bit further over there. I was like, what is that? I've just looked inside, it's some stones that Rafi's collected. My mum lives near a river, and he's collected lots of stones for when we can go to Grandma's house. Grandma's house is closed at the moment, apparently, but when it's open again, he's collected all these sticks and stones to throw in the river there. So yeah, that's part of his collection there. Right, we're going to bring those legs apart, and what we're going to do is just try and bring our weight forwards, okay? So this is where our towel resistance band comes in handy, because you can just loop it over one side if you need to. And what we're going to do is just bring your weight over to one side. Okay, pull that foot in. I don't think Instagram can see my foot. Not got the camera angles quite right. Try and grab your foot with both hands if you can. If you can't, do one hand on your foot and then take your other hand on top of your arm, just so you get that stretch over to one side. And we'll hold it there. Again, nice deep breaths when you're doing this. Work. Okay, we're going to the other side. Oh, my hair is really falling out. It's really upsetting. I had like really thick hair a few weeks ago. Someone said, with like postpartum hair loss, as soon as you stop breastfeeding, your hair will fall out. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm not going to stop breastfeeding for like a year so that I can have really thick hair. I haven't stopped. It's all falling out. That is a myth. It's not true. Anyway, all you men watching, I'm sure you are not interested about my hair falling out. Or actually, is anyone interested in my hair falling out? Probably not. Just me. Cool. Just walk those hands forwards a little bit more. That's it, and bring the weight forwards. Cool. And we'll go with this stretch again, this time standing up. So, nice, try and get your legs quite far apart. And what you're going to do is just stand with your hands on the ground. If your hands don't go to the ground, then you can just take your legs slightly further apart. And if they still don't, just grab hold of your shins. And if they do, you can reach the ground. What you can do is try, which is not happening for me today. Yesterday I was just about there. Today not so much. Just try and get those elbows to go towards the ground, okay? So mine are not. I've still got about 6 inches before mine can go on the ground. Yesterday I was just above the ground, so it shows how tight. Oh God, Rafi's crying. It shows just how tight I am after that weight session yesterday. Okay, so what you can do is bend your knees, and then when you've got bent knees, you can take your elbows down a bit lower and then straighten your legs. And what you should do is just get a little bit lower each time. So again, we can bend the legs, get the elbows down to the ground, and then straighten your legs. Elbows are still coming off the ground, but each time you're just getting a bit lower and a bit lower and a bit lower. Oh, there's something quite nice about hanging upside down, isn't there? And if you can, grab hold of your shins, and you can just bring yourself a little bit lower again. Oh, my legs are shaking. There we go. Cool. Okay. Right, let's do a little stretch for our calves before we go back to our hamstrings. So we're going to do a downward dog position. Okay, so take your hands in front, and your feet what you're going to do is just push your weight backwards, okay, and try and get those heels to go towards the ground, okay? So push the weight back over the feet. Try and get the heels down to the ground. Mine again, I think I've got about 1.5 inches off the ground. But that's fine. Okay, and what we'll do in about, I don't know, 10 seconds time, we'll just go and paddle our feet down. Okay, paddle those feet down, and hopefully the heels should get lower and lower. And lower again. Good. Paddle your feet down to the ground. Nice deep breaths. Good work, everybody. We'll do 10 more of these. There we go. And we'll just bend your knees. Bend both knees together and then straighten them. So my heels now are about 1/2 inch off the ground. Okay, so they're getting lower and lower. Whew, sorry, I got my neck into my mouth. And straighten the legs. And bend and straighten. Let's do this 5 more times. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. I've lost count, I think that's 4. Bend and straighten. Cool. So my shoulders weren't tired. They actually are a bit tired, so feels good to know to rest them. Cool. Okay, guys, how are you all feeling? Still all here? Still all stretching? Hope you're feeling good for it so far. Right, we'll go with hamstrings and calves again. So, grab your foot, pull your foot in towards your chest, I guess, and try and get both hands onto your foot. So your other leg can be bent. Get that hand over. Both hands if we can. If we can only get one hand over, pop the other one on your shin, okay, or on your arm, and try and like walk it forwards. Cool. Good work. Nice, let's go to the other side. Grab hold of the foot, pull it in towards you. So I'm feeling a lot stiffer on my left leg than my right for some reason. Make sure you're pulling the toes up as well. That's just going to work, stretch your calves even more. Okay, cool. Let's lie back then. Lie down. Try not to fall asleep. Grab your towel or your resistance band. Loop it around your foot. Oh, see, I'm so stiff today. Loop it around your foot. And what you're going to try and do, you're going to push the heel up to the ground, up to the ceiling. Push your heel up. And try and take the leg closer, further backwards, further towards your head, I guess. Okay, make sure that knee's nice and straight. If it's not, if it's starting to bend, what you can do is just bend it completely and then straighten it again. Okay, so you can do that a couple of times if it keeps bending. Just bend it completely and straighten it. Okay, make sure you're pushing that heel up towards the ceiling. So what will happen is your toes will probably start pushing upwards rather than your heels. It's a bit uncomfortable. So just make sure you keep thinking about getting those heels up to the ground, up to the ceiling, and you'll just feel a nice stretch on your calf. Ooh, my leg's shaking. Okay, and now we'll just do exactly what I just told you to do, which is bend your knee and straighten it. Hold it there for a few seconds, and then bend it and straighten it again. Each time you straighten it, make sure you're pushing that heel up to the ground and try and get a bit further back each time with your leg. Okay, so bend it and straighten it. A little bit further back, push that heel up. Nice deep breaths. And again, bend it and straighten it. Push the heel up. We'll do this twice more. Bend and straighten. And bend and straighten. Cool. Okay, other side then. Loop it round your toes. See how unflexible this one is. Okay. Push your heels up to the ceiling. Try and bring that leg further backwards. If you feel your leg bending, then just bend it and straighten it. Okay, but we'll try and hold it here. Just for 30 seconds. Make sure that heel's up to the ground, up to the ceiling, so it'll start coming down again. Just push it up. And just relax. Take some nice deep breaths. Good work, everybody. Okay, cool. Let's go for some bends and straightens then. So bend your knee into your chest and then straighten. Each time you straighten, make sure you're pushing that heel up to the ground, up to the ceiling. I don't know why I keep saying up to the ground. Up to the ceiling. Bend it and straighten it. Push that leg back each time. Try and get even more of a stretch. Bend and straighten, hold it there. Bend and straighten. Let's do about 5 times more. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. 2. Bend and straighten. 3. Bend and straighten. 4. And bend and straighten. 5. Cool. Okay, that feels good. There we are. Right, we'll do next. So another little glute and hip stretch. So we'll do like our pigeon stretch, but this time sitting up. So we'll take one foot forwards and then the other one backwards behind us. And what you can do, so this is the hip that you'll want to be stretching. So you're going to kind of push your weight forwards over that side slightly. Okay, so bring your weight forwards, and if you don't feel it, just move that knee a bit further back. Okay, so you should feel it actually this side in your glute and this side in your hip. Okay, if you can, pop your elbows onto the ground and get that. Do you know what? Funnily enough, I feel it in that hip more. Maybe that's where you're meant to feel it more. So I don't know. As long as you can feel it in a hip and a glute, we're all right. So we're going to do it on both sides. Okay. So if you can get that chest nice and low, elbows onto the ground. If you can get your head onto your elbows as well. or not into your elbows, into your hands. That'd be very difficult to do. That's it. Good work. So this is a really nice glute and hip stretch. And here's some nice piano music. It's very relaxing. Okay, we'll just hold it here just for another few seconds and then we'll switch over to the other side. Okay. Other side then. One foot in front, one foot behind. And just sit forwards into that stretch. Again, nice deep breaths. Try and get the weight down. Good work. Relax everybody. Got into a bit of a daze now. Good work. We'll just stay here for a few seconds longer. Nice. Good work. Right. We will do a little quad stretch now. And then we better move to upper body because we've been going for quite a long time now. So grab that foot. What you're going to do is kind of, oh, we just did a massive crunch. You can push your knee back a little bit. So push your knee back. Try and get your foot towards your bum. Push your knee back, but we don't want it backing out. We want it backing in. You should feel a really nice stretch through your quad, front of your leg, which is what we use for all our squats and lunges and burpees, as well as our glutes. Cool, good work everyone. Nice deep breaths again. There. Good, and we'll do the other side. So this tends to be the place where you'll stretch the most like yourself. So I always stretch my quads like after a workout because this is where I feel it the most. So this is why in these stretches I'm not paying all that much attention to your quads, to our quads, even though we still need to stretch them out. But generally after a workout we'll always stretch out our quads, but it's things like glutes, hamstrings, hips that necessarily don't hurt after a workout, but they're the things that we do need to stretch out just for flexibility and to prevent injury and things like that. Okay, cool. Good work everybody, just about finished this one. Oh, good work. Right, let's do some back stretches then. So we'll just come on to the all fours position. And what we'll do is just do some cat and cow stretches. So just round that back. And then bring it down and out. And again, up. Hold it there. And down. And up again. Oh my god, my hair is molting. And down. And then next time we go up, we'll just go up into just a little circle, move to one hip, and to the other side. That's it. And then come into the middle and down. And then we'll just do the other side. So as it's down, as you've arched that back, just over to the other side. Oh, good. So we'll go on to our child's pose then. Bring those both hands forwards and just relax down to the ground. Walk those hands forward as much as possible. Sit, nice deep breaths while you're here. You take one hand over the other, one hand on top of the other hand. Sit, and then we'll take that same hand, the top hand, and we'll go underneath the arm and just hold it there. Try not to fall asleep like I am. I always do. On this one, I don't know why. I don't know if it's just by the time we get to this stretch, I've already said all that I can possibly say. One-sided conversation. Okay, we'll go take the other hand then over the top of your hand on the other side. Sit, hold it there. Good, then we'll take the top hand out to the side. Just hang out in this position. Should feel a really nice stretch in your shoulder blades. Great, good work. Okay, let's go into a little lower back stretch. So just onto your hands or onto your elbows, wherever you feel more comfortable. So you could be on your elbows and that's fine. It depends kind of how flexible your back is. Or onto your hands. Oh gosh, my hair. Good work, and just really stretch out that lower back. Okay, so from here, we're just going to go over, back into the child's pose. Hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then back into this stretch again. Hold it there for a couple of seconds. Back into child's pose. Over. Here, we'll do this twice more. Into child's pose again. Forwards. Last time, back. And then forwards. We'll just stay here. Just do some nice little half circles with your head. Great. Cool. Itchy hand. Right, grab your band. Hold it above your head. And we're just going to go over to one side. Over to one side, and you should feel a really nice stretch all down one side, your lats. Again, take some really nice deep breaths. Hold it there. And try and pull down with your lower arm, just to get even more of a stretch in there. That's it. And over to the other side. Again, pull down with your lower arm. Oh, this is a really long stretch today. Why are we taking so long doing it today? I don't know. Usually I think we're done by about 40 minutes. We are nearly done. Okay, you'll take the towel or your bag in front of you, and then just pull it apart, and then just take it over the back of your head, as far back as you can go. Okay, we'll go forwards again, and back again. Good, and again forwards, and back. And forwards, and back. Good. Cool. So we'll just go over now to one side, onto your elbow, to one side. Try and take that arm low. Almost like you're trying to touch the ground with the other hand. Okay. Over to the other side. Some lovely music going on, I think, from the neighbours playing it. Very relaxing. That's it. Good work. We'll just grab those hands and just stretch out. This will be a nice chest stretch. And onto your lower back, and just try and bring your elbows together. And in front of you. And with this one, just try and round that back. That's it. Good work. We'll just do a little shoulder stretch now. Point the thumb down to the ground and have a look over the shoulder that you're stretching. That's it. Over to the other side. Run out of things to say, guys. I'm still here. Right, we'll stand up now. And if you've got something just to, like a wall or a tree, if you're in the park, we're just going to stretch out your chest. So take one hand back and just stretch your chest. That's it. And the other side. Jack's going to come and get me in a minute. Like, how have you taken nearly an hour doing a stretch class today? I don't know why. It's really gone on today. Maybe I've held each stretch for longer. I hope you're still all watching. I hope I'm not doing this on my own. Although, to be fair, I don't mind doing it on my own. I like stretching. Okay, cool. Now, if you've got, so I've got a radiator here. If you've got like a chair or the edge of your sofa or something, you can hold on to. I'm just going to hold on and just pull back. Okay, so just really stretch out that back. And just hold it here. Great, cool. We'll just do some nice circles with the arms then. Do 5 backwards. 4, 5, and then 5 forwards. 4, 5. And then we are done. Right, yeah, done. One done. I don't think I've missed anything out. I think we're all good. God, look at my burn. It's so bad. I did this a week ago. It's like really scolded me. Anyway, thank you, guys. That was the 8th stretch class. So yeah, go have a look at any of you. Yeah, it's really painful. Have a look back at any of the other stretch classes that we've done online. We've got 8 there. So if you want to do another one in the week, thanks, Ian. If you want to do one in the week, then yeah, if you've got time, that'd be good. Anyway, I'm back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Abby Rao is going to be joining, 6 p.m. tomorrow. And yeah, we've got week 9 of workouts. We're going to do it. We're going to smash it. Week 9 is going to go off. Anyway, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Have a lovely day, everybody. And we'll see you in the week. Bye. End stream and end on.